Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the super informative podcast special edition, the reunion edition. We're finally back. So today I have with me, I've got Connor Kavanagh,
Yo, what's up?
Mr. Akshay Ramchandani, and Mr. Bob Lamb.
Damn,
So,
Bob.
how's
Bob, you
everyone
looking stupid
doing?
today.
It's been a while, right?
To answer Ryan's question, I think Connor should continue.
Yeah.
How we all doing?
That's a good answer to the question.
Basically, you see, most of us are not in Hong Kong anymore. We're all off doing our own things
Actually,
now.
No, it's half of us.
Only
Well,
two
half
of
of
us are
us,
still
but,
in Hong
like,
Kong. Two out of the 5.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
You're not.
I'm in
Yeah,
England
just
now.
speak. What's going on?
I'm in England, bro. It's like, I don't know.
Whereabouts,
I'm
maybe?
doing a foundation art course in Leeds Art University, which, I'm not gonna lie to you, is boring as hell. I am bored out of my mind.
Oh.
I hate it. So boring.
Leeds
Fair.
sounds like an
And-
interesting place.
and
What do you do
bro.
for fun in Leeds?
Leave. That's what I do. The only exciting thing that ever happens to me is when I'm leaving. And, bro, okay. The weather. The weather in this country is dangerous. It's a genuine detriment to my health. I go outside and it's gray. And then the next day it's gray. It has been gray for I'd say about 20 weeks ongoing. And with it, my mental state has collapsed. So yeah.
Although-
But that's just England.
Oh, I think you told me about this, right?
What?
How like an incident occurred because of the weather.
What happened because of the weather? Oh my, no. I made a project. I made an art project, and they asked me to make a project on something I was passionate about. So I made this comic book, and it was a comic book about my intense hatred for England. And basically, they thought I wanted, like, at the end of it, like, they ended up taking me into this meeting, and they thought I wanted to kill myself. They were like, "You don't like England? Does that mean you're suicidal?" And I was like, "No,
Connor
I'm
Connor talked
okay."
about the weather being bad and had to talk the entire school.
No, you see,
down.
that says a lot about
I mean,
England
it
weather.
is-
That says
I
a lot about England weather. If they think that the weather is going to make me kill myself,
Yeah. It
then
is,
it's
but
bad. Bro, this weather.
it is seasonal It is seasonal depression. Isn't it seasonal
This isn't
depression,
seasonal.
kind of?
This isn't seasonal.
No?
Means
Or
that
just
it changes. The weather does not change. It's just depression.
Okay. Fair.
You know, I thought when I moved to Australia, to Sydney, it was gonna be the complete opposite. I was like, fuck, Sydney, sunny weather all the time. It's only sunny. It has not stopped raining for like 3 weeks. We've had the worst rain in like so long. There's been floods everywhere. So many events have been cancelled because of the floods and shit. Connor is coming to Sydney in 3 days. 3 days?
3 days.
4
Yeah.
days? 4 days? It won't stop raining.
No, it will.
That's good.
It's trying to get it all out from me.
Okay, Connor thinks that it will. I don't think it will.
I think it will.
Mr. Bob Lamb,
Yes.
where have you been? What you been doing?
You know what? I haven't been out in a very long time. I've just been, staying at home, around home area, going back to
I
my
think-
roots, going to Sai Kung, to see my
Ooh.
girlfriend. But that's about it. I haven't been to the city in so long.
It's probably quite hard to go out at the moment.
It
with,
is.
like, Hong Kong.
It is. It's very, very hard.
Stuff.
But they're loosening the restrictions.
Yeah.
They are loosening
Yeah.
them soon. I think our friend Arnav in Hong Kong really wants us all to come back for. Wants
And
everyone from our friend group to come back for like what was it, like summer?
yep, and I'm planning to.
Weren't you guys? Weren't
I know
you
you-
guys They want us to. They want you guys to come back for
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm planning
think-
on coming back.
You and Will are coming, right?
Yeah, the number one podcast fan will be joining me in Hong Kong probably.
That might be up for debate.
With that's That's a topic for another time on who's the number one podcast, man.
That is a topic for another time.
Okay.
Mr. Akshay Ramchandani, what have you been up? What you been doing? You know?
So,
Masturbation mostly.
since the last time, oh, okay. Besides that, I mean, that is a big problem. It's not good in the. It's
Okay.
like numb.
Hi,
practically,
Akshay's
but-
parents.
Okay.
Nice to see you watching our podcast again. Welcome back.
They don't listen to this. But it's, yeah. So since the last time we spoke, I had a job which I served a lot of individuals. I was a servant. No, not servant. What the fuck are they called?
Servant, bro.
Oh,
Servant.
Wow,
What-
you
what are they
really
called?
went
Bro,
back
wrong
to
era,
your
retail.
wrong era.
No, not
Retail
servant.
worker?
Hey, no, chill.
Waiter,
Retail
dumbass.
worker.
No, not what. Waiter. That's what they're
Oh.
called. So I was. Now you know why I had to leave because I don't even know my own job title. But that happened. So I didn't like that very much. So I decided to pursue a job in Adidas. So I'm working as an intern in Adidas for around 4 months now.
I'm a little confused because you've just
What?
called it Adidas.
Yes, I know.
And
I
then
know.
Adidas.
And then
I
Adidas.
just- I just-
What
I
is- what
just-
is
I
the
just
correct
noticed-
pronunciation?
So it is Adidas, but my yeah.
What are you
Yeah,
planning to
I
do
have
for uni?
nothing else to
Hey,
say.
you've heard
It's
it here
Adidas.
first.
I'm going to. So I'm receiving college admission results
Mhm.
now. So I got into 1 out of 2 of the universities I applied to, Boston College.
Let's
Quite
go.
excited.
Nice.
It's very
nice.
Jesuit, so I don't know if I'll fit in, but it's calm. Do you know why? Because I love the Christians. The Christians love me. I have a connection with the Christians, Catholicism.
Is
We love
Boston
God.
known for its Christians?
We love God, bro.
It really is. They are known for their devotion to the Jesus Christ, our
The
Savior.
Wait,
Jesus
can I just say
Christ.
something? Can I just say
I'll
something?
take it.
It's not Jesus. It's the Jesus
Go
Christ.
for it.
Can I just
So,
say something
yes.
real quick? Alright. If you are Christian and are watching the super informative podcast right now, please leave a like and a comment down below about what you think about Christianity and how it has changed your life. And tell everyone else that's
And
Christian.
let me just
Tell God about our podcast. Thank you.
let
And
me
also
just
t-
add a
and
check,
also-
checkmate in there. If you are any other religion or not religious at all, put your own opinion in there as well. We love to see some opinions
Word.
in here. We love to see arguments. Everyone,
also
go
it-
subscribe to the Super Informative Podcast and then put a little comment down under. It's not that hard. I'm down under. You can be down under too.
And also, if you,
You
and
love
also
going
if you're
down under,
any,
don't you?
if you don't even like religion, if you're just any religion, just
Okay, we
just
just said that.
just
Actually, we just did that.
no.
just said that.
No. But if you're anyone, just comment down below who you find the most attractive out of all of us. And
It's me.
we would
I think
That's me,
it's
bro.
easy to
Okay,
say.
we did not just say that, but I'm not against the idea.
Me neither. Neither. All right.
Put it down below.
I think
Yeah.
I think we need to address something, Ryan.
So I think probably right. Like the next person that we have to ask what you've been doing is Joe, right?
Francis.
Yeah.
Oh,
Joseph
wait.
Collins,
Wait.
yes.
Wait, guys. Where is he?
Hold up.
Wait, where's
Wait.
Joe?
Where's Joe?
Oh my.
Where's... What the hell?
Oh
Did
wait.
Did we start this without?
Damn.
No,
That's crazy.
right. Because he just like chose to not come.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Acting is so good, guys. I'm
He,
serious.
I know. I think we deserve an Oscar.
Bro, I'm nominated. I'm nominated,
You
No,
are
guys.
you
nominated,
fucking
and you
know.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you guys want to know what he is nominated for, if this video gets over 1,000 views, me and Connor will release one of our masterpiece artworks of our movies. It's a short film titled Stairs. If it gets over 1,000 views,
Oh,
you got that shit on the channel.
I'd
the
argue
channel.
that's my career best. My career best
Career
work.
best. You've heard it here first.
And I have a
What
pretty
is-
I have
what
a
is
pretty
Stairs entail?
storied
Should we-
discography.
Should we like tell them what it entails?
I think we'll
this project?
maybe we'll do a brief description. It's informative, following a trend on this channel.
Heartbreaking.
Informative video, heartbreaking
Moving.
video, heartbreaking moving video
Tear jerking.
about heartbreaking, moving,
Erotic.
tear-jerking video.
Erotic.
Heartbreaking, moving, tear-jerking, erotic video about the stair congestion at our high school. And I
What the fuck? When did you make this?
this
During
this
high
Actually-
school,
year 11? Year
You know
11?
what?
And it-
You know what? Get to 1,000 views and actually we'll finally know what we're talking about.
Actually, I swear to God, we showed this to you. We showed it to fucking everyone because we think it's amazing, which it is.
it's pretty good.
1,000 views, everybody, and you will get that video.
Guys,
100%.
can we have
On my mama.
Can we have a 3-second silence for
Okay.
Joe? Can we have a 3-second silence for Joe starting now?
But we haven't even talked about him. What is he
wait.
doing?
3,
We don't even know what he's doing.
2, 1. Damn, I'll miss him.
Alright, to strictly address what has happened to Joe, quite frankly, what has happened is we've organized this podcast for a while. We were dragged through the dirt by our competition, the Walk podcasts,
Oh my god.
the What is Happening
Is it
podcast.
like the
The
Women
other
of Korea or
podcast from our
something?
year at high school has
Yeah.
been posting almost weekly. It seems
Yeah.
like maybe bi-weekly.
And
They
Almost.
have been fucking.
I've got nothing but respect, honestly. I think
What the fuck do
when
you mean respect?
when
this is a
when
cutthroat business. Why would you respect
it
them?
is. But you see, when we
business.
left, when we graduated and took our extended hiatus from the podcast game, I know you were all devastated. But I thought we'd left on a pretty high note and solidified ourselves as one of the reigning podcasts in the world and definitely in our school. And then
Definitely.
Walk is Happening hit us like a bullet train. Like,
They did like
it was just like
4 episodes.
I was
like
like
2
sucker
months.
punched in the gut. Every single week I looked and there was another notification.
Not even in, like,
Walk is Happening
gut.
has made another
It-
podcast. And I'm like,
Honestly,
It's
they're
actually-
just, you know what? They were just stealing our lightning.
Oh.
Yeah, because we were on a roll there, and then they just took our lightning. So
I have to say, at the end, our podcast was kind of popping. We tried to follow a schedule the entire time, but we got into it at the end, and they've just absolutely whipped that from under us. They're just
Yeah.
going with it.
I think
and
it's
they
to do
are-
with the visuals. I think they have like also really nice.
Shut
They
up.
do have lovely visuals.
you're supporting them. What are we supposed to do?
Bro.
No, but
it's gotta be.
Yeah, they
mean,
got
they're-
shit
they're-
we
visuals.
I
give
mean, they're-
respect. We don't support. We respect the hustle.
okay, but they're
we
paying.
don't-
It's fine. They're paying.
Nah,
We're taking
nah,
food
they're
out of our
paying.
plate.
They're absolute
That's
paying.
food that
Yeah,
we
nah.
need to eat.
No, they're
I
paying.
mean, they've done a really
Yeah.
good job, to be honest. I think they really do.
Yeah,
They have,
no, they're
but
big
we
up
hate
Jake's,
them,
yeah.
and they
Yeah,
should stop
we hate them.
uploading
We
forever.
hate them. We do.
yeah. You guys suck. Stinky.
But
Yeah.
but because of that, because they've been absolutely rolling us through the dirt, we've organized this reunion podcast, which I know everybody was so excited for. But unfortunately, Joe was not able to make this because he is too busy with his regular hour job.
yeah.
And I will look into the camera all you want for this, because it is true. If you could not find an hour and a half out of your day to record this podcast, then my
That's-
sir, you are not working a regular job. You are in slavery.
Yeah.
It is.
Joe,
it
Joe,
is
are you okay?
unfathomable-
Joe, are you okay? Comment down below if you
Who the
need
hell is
help.
gonna? Who's also
If-
gonna torture?
Joe,
No,
I
but
will
who's gonna
drive.
torture Joe? He could bust through anyone. No, but like he's fine. It's
Maybe
just-
he's
Joe,
actually, instead of working
How much are
in a
they
summer
paying
camp,
you?
he's in a.
no, he's a stripper. I think he's a stripper.
Hey, he's not getting paid anything if it's slavery.
No, I don't think he's a stripper.
Actually,
Strippers get
actually.
paid way
Actually,
more.
if Joe was a stripper, he
But-
could afford to come back to Hong Kong.
No,
If Joe
No,
was a
not
stripper,
Joe,
he wouldn't
not
have
Joe.
to work in the day.
If Joe was a stripper, I would be there every
Oh,
week.
yeah.
I'd be there day in.
Where is he?
day
Where
out.
is Joe in London?
No, yeah,
Joe's
is Joe?
outside of London.
yeah. Joe's
he's in
like
the
on the
south.
outskirts.
He's in the. Yeah.
He's
Oh, yeah,
honestly
sorry.
pretty close to me
Really?
right now. He's pretty close to me.
Oh, where?
I need
Wait,
to
south-
see that boy.
Near Leeds.
He's chilling in London. He's got the same shit weather as Connor.
Yeah.
That's about not in London, sorry, near in the UK.
Yeah,
and
in the
that's
ook.
about all there is to the UK.
The ook.
Shit weather and
Yeah, so just context, if anyone here who's not from the UK or doesn't understand what we're talking about, the UK is known for
I
having the worst weather.
I think most of our viewers here know that the UK is
Okay,
a
well, I just want
shithole.
to clarify.
Yeah.
I just
if
wanted
you
to
do not
mention that.
know,
The UK
the
being
UK
horrible
not
is sort
nice
of common
weather,
knowledge.
and that is why they colonized the rest of the world because they
Exactly.
wanted to leave their shitty country.
Word. Word, bro. Big up my man.
So just a little thing. I've been missing the podcast, right? I've been
Same.
watching back the old footage, the old podcasts, and I've just been thinking, like, oh, it was such a good time. So I just wanted to get your guys' opinion. Like, what was your favorite, maybe episode to watch or episode to record? Because I think obviously we have very different perspectives to the viewers that watch all the episodes, Kate.
Yeah.
But us recording them is so different. So what was your favorite one to record, guys?
I.
I
Do you want to
think.
go first, Axel?
No, you go first.
Alright. I'd say my favorite was probably. Because one of the things I do, because like I miss Hong Kong a lot while I'm in England, and I think I do sometimes just put on the podcast, just like a couple minutes of it, just because like it was just good times. And the one that I always,
It was
the
good
one I
times.
always go back to is Wacky Cards with the Boys. I think it was our first podcast where we used cameras, and I remember that
Was it?
it was Wacky Cards with the Boys was the first episode we did with a camera, and it was pretty.
Damn.
I have to say,
And it was also Bob's first.
Oh yeah.
First,
It was.
Bob's. Yeah,
but
Bob's.
at the
we
time, if you
revealed
guys
Bob
remember,
to the world.
he was Bartholomew at the time, or simply
Yeah.
card dealer.
Yeah.
Those were
Yeah.
good times. But I think it was just that one. It's because I think it was the first one we did where we didn't like it. It felt far more natural.
I think we took
I think-
we took it too seriously. Yeah, we took it
Yeah.
too seriously to begin with.
And I think while we might have gone a bit too unserious in that one, I think it was just. I think through that we like found our balance, and I don't know. I just love that one
Yeah.
because it's funny as hell. It's funny as hell. There's that one
Big
bit
turning
where
point in our.
there's the question where like like we ask a question like if you could time travel back to one part in time, what would it be? And actually, just dead ass just says I'd go back to India. No time period, no era. Just actually just wants to go back to India at any point in history. Just India. I
I
watched
just
that
think
clip
I would be
very
accepted
often.
there. You know. I just think I'd be accepted. Yeah.
So actually,
Are you not
actually,
accepted
from that
here?
reaction, I'm guessing that
Our
was
podcast is all inclusive.
I mean,
okay?
No,
Right?
I just think I
Right?
would I just
You have a problem with the podcast and its inclusivity?
Actually, it's
No,
it's
you're-
in your it's in your contract that you have to say yes to this
Actually?
question.
Actually, you can't
You know,
say
sorry
anything.
about that. If only we had the initiative to make a contract.
Good boy.
I'll just say that.
Good boy. That's what I want to hear.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you,
So
Nick.
so I'm guessing that wasn't your favorite part of the podcast, actually.
No, I think the one I've enjoyed most was the one where we talked about games. That was pretty fun.
That was a good one,
Yeah,
to be
our
fair.
video game episode.
My brother
yeah.
was in that one, wasn't
I
he?
don't know if that was the one
A-
where I forgot
a
recording.
little
Was that the one I forgot to record?
yeah. So
Okay.
a little known fact about that one was it sounded so stale when we uploaded it because it was our second time recording a podcast. We recorded like an hour and 10 minutes of a podcast. We finished at Joe's living room. We finished, me and Joe, and we were like, bro, that was so good. Yo, we just filmed such a good podcast. It was so natural. It sounded amazing. Actually, is on call like, guys, I forgot to save it. We repeated the entire conversation.
And the second time
And it-
around, it wasn't good.
24 views after a year. I just want to put that number out there. That's what it got.
Jesus. That's less.
But it
that's
was a
like
fun one to record. It
2
was a
views
fun
a
one to
month.
record, and it's learning.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it was really fun. Yeah. But I just
Yeah.
wish 'cause who knows how many views we would have gotten by now? Who knows?
What about you, Bob?
Good point.
Me?
We'll get a
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
What
Okay.
was your favorite podcast?
I'd probably say the one where I first came on, or No,
Wacky
the first
cards.
one was technology,
No,
actually.
you were on tech. I
Yeah,
keep
the
forgetting that.
technology was.
Yeah. Yeah,
Damn, yeah, that
I
was Bob's
almost
first
forgot about
experience.
that. Yeah, but that was pretty fun. I think it was more or less my thing, so I knew what to talk about
Hmm.
without a script or something like that. But Wacky Cars with the Boys was, I don't know. I was listening to your podcast, I was getting the whole gist of it, and then I was on the second time, and then we finally
It
used
was
the
like
camera.
yeah,
It was
it was
just
like a
really
dream
fun.
come true for you, right? It was
It
like a dream
was,
Yeah.
it
come true.
was.
Yeah,
Hey, yeah,
make a
you
wish
know,
things. Yeah,
yeah.
We got Bob on that time because he can deal cards really well.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
amazing. There was no other.
Every time
There
Bob's
was
on
literally no other
was on the
reason.
podcast before he was an official member, there was a very specific purpose and one thing that he had to do. With technology, it was like, Bob,
Technology.
say something. Say something smart. iPhone.
I mean,
iPad.
he carried that
Yeah,
episode.
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah.
What do I have to say about tech?
Yeah.
I like computer.
I like
I have to
computers.
say,
Motherboard.
probably personally for me, um, I think our first one will always like have a pretty.
Yeah.
That was such a cool experience. Like the first time we went into that room and like started setting everything up and like planning it out and sitting down recording, that was so awesome. And seeing that it's our most uh, it's the one of ours that has done the best. That probably says something for it. The conversation was
Yeah.
amazing.
I think
But I also really loved the people in arts one. I think that was probably one of our most interesting topics.
It was the most information. I think the most research based. I think we had to go.
Yeah, we all spent like a fair
yeah.
bit
I was
researching
gonna
that
say.
one because
Yeah,
I know nothing about
it's
art.
the closest.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
the
gonna
closest thing
lie.
to see. Okay,
That was that was the one where we really put the informative and super informative podcast.
Hey, what are you talking about? That's all
One
of that's all our
informative,
posts. That's all our
11.
episodes.
Oh yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
yeah,
sorry,
12
sorry.
informative ones.
We always give knowledge. That's why you should
Buzz
watch them all. It's a learning experience.
BuzzFeed quizzes with the boys.
Buzz.
If anything, the most packed full of
Doo-doo.
knowledge.
Doo-doo.
Oh wait,
Remember doing that, Bob?
dude, I do remember that. I do.
That was that was
That was
good.
that'll probably
That
go on
was
the
good.
highlight reel of Super Formative
Oh
Podcast.
yeah, that's what's gonna go. Do you know what? I'm
I
gonna
think
cut that clip out, and it's gonna go on the Super Informative Podcast TikTok, which has just been made, which is gonna be posting
Oh,
it has
content
just been made.
regularly.
Everybody go follow it. Also go follow the Super Informative Instagram if you're not already following that,
Word.
which has not posted something for maybe
a
8
year.
months. I don't know.
Well, we've been on a
And
hiatus.
our Facebook page.
We have been on a hiatus.
And our Facebook
We
page.
don't have a
Sunday.
Facebook page, bro. We don't have a Facebook
Oh,
page.
We do have a Twitter though.
okay, then
Oh
have
yeah,
a
we do have a
Twitter.
Twitter. I have
Then
access to the
comments.
Twitter.
Okay, then
I think I tweeted on
then
it the other
follow
day.
our Twitters.
We do post funny tweets mainly because we have nothing else to post.
Yeah.
But I will say, speaking of funny, maybe the funniest thing in my perspective that's happened on the podcast was that one time we were talking about history or something,
Yeah.
and Connor goes,
Oh,
"The Holocaust is not funny," and then sits there and laughs for 5 minutes about it.
oh my god.
He obviously doesn't laugh at it, but he laughs at the situation, which
Yeah,
makes a really bad perspective.
Yeah.
It's
No.
horrible to
It is
listen
a-
to.
It's
That
a pretty
section,
bad clip. That's what's. I'm gonna lose my
Yeah.
job because of this podcast. But you know what? I wouldn't take it back.
You are currently doing an arts degree. You will have no job.
Bro, oh yeah. I forgot to mention that bit. I forgot to mention. While I am doing a foundation art course this year, I changed my mind. I'm
Wait,
now
why are you doing
next
a
year
founda-
I'm going to be doing
why are you doing
international
foundation?
business and marketing. So yeah,
Connor, I have a
I'm gonna
question.
be.
Why do you
Yeah,
need
go.
why do you need a foundation year if you've already taken art before? Isn't that
It's to
It's
just
some
prepare you
weird.
for the better year.
Yeah, it's basically if I take the foundation year, it would have meant that I am guaranteed a spot on one of the undergraduate courses next year, and also I didn't know what specific art I wanted to do at the time. So I was like, oh, I'll do the foundation, and then by the end of it, I'll hopefully have figured out which art I like. And then halfway through, I was like, you know what, maybe business, I want money.
It's basically like an internship, but for education and for arts.
Yeah.
okay? Nicely put there. Nicely put.
I mean, it was
Also,
fun. I met
sorry,
cool
Bob,
people.
What uni are you going to again? I
Me?
thought you like you got into one, or you
Yeah. I'm
planning to
going
go
to
to a specific
Japan.
one?
I'm actually heading there in like
Ah,
2 months. Um,
shit.
yeah. So I'm going there and hopefully no start. I'm only excited because there's no exams. Um,
What?
okay, if my university hears this, I'm fucked. But like, um, I mean, it's all based on like your participation in class and your final report that you
Wait,
have to write.
you have no exams at all.
Unless you're taking intermediate or advanced Japanese, then
That's
yeah.
fucking bullshit then. What the
I'm
fuck?
moving to Japan.
Huh?
What the fuck?
Jesus.
Bob, I'm coming with you. I can already speak Japanese fluently.
Arigato
Oh,
Let's
gozaimashita.
go.
Actually,
yeah. It's
Ryan, say your favorite
support.
Anata
word.
wa watashi
Say
no
your
Yeah.
favorite
kosogo
word.
o fume o nishimashita.
There you go. That's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to hear.
Huh?
No, say
Also,
your favorite
Arigato.
phrase. Yeah.
That one?
what's it? No, wait. Bob, your Wi-Fi is
Yes.
gonna be demonic. Bro, these
In
podcasts about to
Japan.
get even crisper. You're about to
We will
you're about to
upload
see everything. You're about to see every pixel.
1% faster.
Yeah. I
Let's
mean,
pop off.
I'm excited just because I don't have exams. But
That's
like, um,
such
but
bullshit. That's such
it's a good
bullshit.
place. It's nice scenery. I get to learn how to ride a bike because I don't know how to ride a bike. Um,
You don't know
I
how
don't
to
know
ride
how
a
to
What?
ride a
bike?
bike.
What?
Are you
Yeah.
for real?
Why didn't you tell us this in Hong Kong? We
What?
could have
Yeah.
taught you.
You
No,
don't ride a bike?
this is the thing. This is the thing. If I told you I didn't know how to ride a bike in Hong Kong, you would have killed me, and you would have
We would
killed
have
me when
made
we
you ride
went
a
to Science
bike.
Park.
We would,
No, you,
yeah, we would have helped you ride a
no, you
bike.
would have pushed me off the bike.
That's not
That
true.
okay, they're not
Bro,
that
We
bad.
would have pretended to push you, and then you would have fallen without our intervention, and we would say
I would
it's
have
on you.
paid for cycling lessons for you.
So, also, sorry.
I would have paid
Why
for
does your
cycling.
university experience sound like fucking? It sounds like a love story. You're learning how to ride a bike. You have no exams. You're
Look,
just
Because it's Japan. That's where all the animes
Yeah.
come from. Where
you
do you
know
think they
what?
get
Bro,
the
that actually
You
inspiration?
know
sounds so
what? But
chill.
the only concern I have for this university is that if I miss 3 classes of absences, like let's say if I slept in like 3 times in the whole entire semester, I get fails for all my classes,
okay. Just don't do
What?
that then. Then you're fine.
and I don't get
Bro,
to.
do you
I
know what
don't.
That's
my
a
I get
attendance
problem,
is right
expelled.
Bob.
now?
Yeah, that's
Do you know what my attendance
I'm
is
not.
right
Yeah.
now?
What?
60%.
You want to say it on the podcast, Connor?
60% attendance.
Okay.
And I
Where are
just
you
missed
going when
Hi,
you're not in
Connor's
class.
school?
parents. Thank you so much for joining us this time. It's so great to have you joining the podcast again. And hope you enjoy watching and learning all about your son
they are. Yeah, bro.
and his attendance at uni.
This is also nothing surprising to them. I'm not surprised. Like this wouldn't be surprising to them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure it
Yeah.
isn't.
What, that I'm 60% attendance?
So speaking of,
Yeah, you know, that you're embarrassed.
Aren't they like in the next room, Connor?
Who?
Your
What?
parents.
Bro,
I have no idea where they are.
I don't think Connor.
They...
wait, you're living on campus, right?
I'm not at campus right now, though. I'm down south. Because,
Oh.
I'm flying to Australia in 2 days.
Okay,
So I
see,
can't
yeah.
fly to Australia
Boys,
from
big up.
Leeds.
Get ready for the Get ready for the vlog.
Whoa! We keep that's a reveal for later. That's a reveal for later.
Yeah, but it's happening, and every single one of
We
our
have a
viewers should
special
be
project
excited.
in the works, unlike anything we've ever done before.
Unlike anything anyone has ever
Yes.
done before.
We will be
Exactly.
jumping off a cliff.
We
Have you
will
seen that
be
before?
we will be joining Dancing with the
See,
Stars next year.
I know every single person who is watching at this point is going, wait, they're jumping off a cliff? Oh shit, I have to watch that just to see if they actually do it.
Yeah,
You'll find out
Yes.
when you watch it.
we actually have hidden
Connor proceeds
clues
that.
for what our next project will be at the 30-minute mark in every single episode. So you better go and watch the episodes up until 30 minutes
Connor also
for
Yeah.
every single one to figure it
also
out.
sneak peek. Also sneak peek. Connor will go to a snake farm and get bitten by snakes. So if you want to see that, then
On my balls.
Yeah, that's the thing that's
On
happening.
my balls.
And we will also be going gambling in a very high-end casino.
Yeah, with a camera in my nuts.
come and watch.
I'm gonna put a
the
GoPro
entire
in my
vlog,
nuts.
See if I'm
Not only am I
lying.
gonna be
Yeah,
gambling,
Connor's-
you're gonna be seeing it from the perspective of my penis.
Finally,
So
I'll
you'll,
dig.
so you'll see like the edge of the table and not the table at all.
Y'all dig.
finally, we're giving so much awareness
So
for
much
the midget
soul to this
community.
podcast. There's so much
Connor's
soul.
Exactly.
Connor's accidentally gonna double hit the flip camera thing, and he's gonna.
Bro,
Wait, is this
the-
going commando?
and you know
Is
what?
this commando or
That's
not?
gonna be what makes this go viral.
Oh, it's commando.
That's what's
Connor
gonna be what
doesn't
makes
own
this go
underwear.
viral.
It's always
Yeah.
commando.
Yeah. Actually, do you think I've ever worn underwear?
I mean, as a human being living in the 21st century, I would.
Mm.
I'm not wearing any right now.
I mean, neither am I right now, but like.
Oh shit!
Bro,
I see.
I
See-
only put
see,
I only
I
put
was
on pants
joking.
for this episode.
I 100% know that Akshay was not joking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
actually
if
ain't got
you
no
guys-
pants on right now.
If you guys want to look at my OnlyFans, then you're gonna be very disappointed.
Oh yeah.
The link is hidden somewhere in our past podcasts.
Please.
Go
Guys.
and watch.
They
Guys.
only unlock after you watch it for 10 minutes. So. Yes.
Guys,
Yes, Connor.
what do you think about the state of music today?
Well,
I mean,
I saw. Sorry, Bob. Go on.
I mean, that was sudden. I mean, that was just
That was
what
a
a
cur- that was a
great
curveball.
segue to our
curveball.
sponsor, NordVPN.
NordVPN.
Thank you for sponsoring this podcast.
Safely
If you
watch
guys want
Akshay's
to-
OnlyFans with NordVPN. You can
Yeah.
sign up with our code today, the super informative podcast dot
And also-
NordVPN.
Also, if you are by any chance in a location where things that are perhaps not safe for work are perhaps cut off from your Wi-Fi network, you could very easily go
Oh,
on
yeah.
this VPN
Yeah.
and then watch
Yeah,
all
so if
those
you download
silly little
NordVPN,
things.
if you work
I wonder
in a
who could
place
use
that
that.
doesn't allow like pornographic material
Yeah.
on their
I wonder
websites or anything, or
who
on their
could use
Wi-Fi, you
that
can
right
download
now.
NordVPN.
Joe?
I really do wonder that.
Yeah.
Huh?
Hey,
Huh?
Why
Huh?
are you talking about Joe? We're talking about Russia.
What?
Oh,
Because they're
and
cutting-
Yeah.
I didn't get where that
Yeah.
was. Sorry.
Actually,
Yeah.
actually,
Shout
how
out to
dare
Ryan,
you
by the
drag
way.
Joe's name to the
I
bit
don't
like that?
Ryan, can
Joe's
you
an
also put your
upstanding
mic
gentleman.
closer to your face? Yeah.
Oh, you want me
because,
to talk
it's
louder?
really quiet because Connor is just yelling.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I don't yell. This is yelling.
Connor, are you yelling on my fucking? Oh my
People are
god.
listening. We want
He
to
was
provide
not
a
yelling.
pleasant experience. We don't want to hear.
Okay. Back to music.
Akshay has taken the role of Joe's audio
Oh
monitoring,
my god.
Yes, indeed.
Nah.
New role.
No. Okay.
which I love.
No, can I just say
to point
something?
out.
Can I just say something for the viewers? Back in the day when you watched the podcasts, you thought it was all like fun and games. Behind the scenes was a war.
There was
There was a
it was a
battle.
war.
It was a
was
constant conflict between society and Joe and his audio.
It was bureaucracy
If we-
this,
if you
bureaucracy
didn't-
that. Yeah.
If you didn't have,
Do we want to explain?
yeah,
Do we want to explain how the roles worked behind the podcast when we first started?
yeah, let's go.
Sure, go for it.
Go for it.
Okay, basically, there was.
Because
I'd say that me, Bob, and Akshay had pretty equal roles.
Yeah.
We-
By that we did nothing.
What we at times were partial contributors to.
you guys,
We contributed to the script and idea topics.
the podcast would be nowhere near as fun without you guys.
Well, yeah.
Like if it's just me and Joe sitting there,
Oh,
obviously you guys add content and you guys helped with the topics of each episode.
yeah.
I mean,
And then
It's pretty
we.
good.
Aw. I love you guys. This podcast wouldn't be anything without you.
Oh shit, it's actually getting sentimental on a
Damn.
fucking reunion podcast.
Damn.
before we
Damn.
continue, Connor, can you lower your volume, just like your mic? input?
Okay, Jesus. Actually's really
Wait,
getting
it's
into
okay.
character now.
I can do it because I can actually do it because I have control over this.
Sorry,
Actually's
sorry, guys.
really
Bureaucracy.
getting into
Sorry.
character now. Jesus.
I mean, might as well.
Okay.
I mean, Might as well.
Okay, okay. Back to the roles. Basically, me, Bob, and Akshay was we were like the majority of our role came from humoring the audience. We were the heart and soul of the podcast. Ryan was the brains behind the whole scheme.
Yeah, he
Ryan's was the
operations.
editor.
Okay.
Ryan had
I don't have much brains.
okay, shut up. And then Joe.
I was more of like management.
Okay, Joe was the audio guy, but
Audio technician.
just we didn't need it. Joe created this role. Joe created this unnecessary role for himself.
I mean, to be fair, it does make sense with a podcast.
Yeah.
It does make
You need the audio to be good.
yeah, but then I remember
But Joe drove it to like the point where we were gonna be like Joe Rogan or something. Like, yo, we need a mixer. I was like, okay, do we?
Oh, okay, right. Calm, chill with your mic.
goddamn Ryan, your mic.
You asked me to move it closer.
Ryan,
Still
your
laughing,
mic is
still
like a
laughing.
shotgun right now. Six.
Guys,
I didn't like that at all. I might even edit that shit out.
No, but okay. For real, I just want to shout out one of my.
Joe,
Can I just shout out someone real quick, guys?
go ahead, shout
I
out.
wanna shout out one of my favorite
Ukraine.
upcoming artists today. Like, I think he's got real potential.
I think I know who you're about to
Yeah.
shout out.
Really? Yeah.
All of us do. Yeah.
Go-
He's a goat.
I
he's
just
a
want to
goat.
shout out my man, Light Skin Monroe. The man,
Oh
the
my
myth
gosh, I
himself.
knew it.
Who's that?
Does anyone
remember.
want to give the formal
So-
introduction to
So
who
for those of you who,
Light Skin Monroe is?
Wait, who is that?
He goes by many names.
Oh,
He does,
Kiddo
he does.
Soda.
Kiddo Soda, that's
dude,
another one of his
that's-
names. Also gone by Young Soda in the past.
Young Kiddo
Uh,
Soda.
Light Skin Monroe is one of the most well-known
Critically acclaimed.
up-and-coming
Critically
rap
acclaimed.
artists from Hong Kong, with hits such as Giggity Googity and
What's the other?
What was his
is
most
it's
recent?
called, like,
Feel Me?
It's called Taste Me, bro.
Taste
You-
Me.
Oh,
You
damn.
ain't-
Taste
you ain't
Me, a
listening.
classic,
You ain't
if
listening.
anything.
How would anyone not know that? I mean,
I don't know. I'm sorry. My brain whiffed for a
I
second.
Yeah,
can't.
for real.
I can't believe it.
Taste me. Damn. It's a little
Do you
sexual.
know what's interesting?
So, what?
I didn't realize this until now. In my GarageBand on my computer, I actually have a unreleased Young Kiddo Soda, Light Skin Monroe, Kiddo Soda, Young Soda Pop, CD, or just a
Why?
little verse.
That's gonna be worth.
We-
That's gonna be worth.
We
money
were in the
someday,
booth. We
if
were in
I'm
the
being
booth.
honest.
In other words, the study room in the library, and I was putting together a piano beat, as you do, instead of studying for my exams, which would determine my entire future.
Yep.
And then, guess who walked in the door? The man himself, light skinned Montague. And he tore up that beat. My laptop was smoking. I had to go to Red Door. They had to fix it for me. It still was not recovered to
You
this
also had
day. I'm scared
also
to
have a shit
open
laptop.
up.
Can I
that
just
audio
ask real
clip.
quick? Was it fire?
Oh,
It was not
It was
fire. It
fire.
was the entire global warming. The ice caps melting, everything.
dude,
Oh.
The- dude,
I don't wanna
How much
hear
you
it.
want
the
for it?
volcanoes are asking for the lava back because it's burning up,
Bro.
Yo, you
It's melting.
Young Soda, as I know him, as the first rap name that he had, currently known as Light Skin Monroe on Spotify, is somebody that we've known not for too long. I've known him for ages,
I've known him like
but he only came to our school like
Yeah, I only knew him when he came.
like a few years or something.
Yeah.
But he's this great artist on Spotify,
SoundCloud, right?
and he originally starting on SoundCloud. All of his old music has been taken down, which I'm
you
actually
serious?
heartbroken
Why?
about. Because
No,
I
no,
loved
no,
yo,
not that. No, why
was
has it been taken down?
Giggity Googity?
oh,
No,
Oh,
he took it
okay.
down.
only
Starting fresh.
only the
Starting
nice
fresh.
ones.
Only real fans would
Yeah.
know that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Giggity Googity You can't find it anymore. I
Yeah.
have tried.
Trust me, bro.
I've
I was
tried to get that
looking.
shit on my daily
I
playlist.
was
The world's
hunting.
greatest hackers have been trying to find that
Anonymous.
mixtape,
Where do you
Really
think
does-
they've
and they
been?
still
Where do you think
have
Anonymous
not
have
been
been?
found.
It really does suck when
They've been
when young
This
talents
man.
like this have their art stolen from them, and just
It's
just
heartbreaking. First
it,
Taylor
no,
Swift,
it really is.
I have to say though,
Prince,
I have to say,
Young Lean.
whilst I love his generosity of offering his bedroom home studio as a booth so that he can produce other local rappers' music. I love that generosity. It's acts like that make these up and coming artists so human, really.
Yeah.
But what I don't love is how he raps about like living in the hood and stuff and in the streets in his songs and running from the cops, when in reality he is quite a well-off international
individual.
student living in Hong Kong who has gone to 3
Private schools.
international schools of Hong Kong, private schools of Hong Kong, which are all quite expensive. Man has no experience in the hood. I'm gonna put it out there. My guy, I would love it if you rapped about like writing essays and stuff, you know, studying for tests, doing stuff like that. I think it'd be more relatable.
But how do we know he
I'll be
wasn't
listening.
running from the cops? What if he was actually running from the popo?
I
You know
know
what?
one
I
story of
actually
his.
know of this story.
Is it about is it on Cycling Waterfront?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the one time he's run from cops.
Yeah.
I know this because he's told me the exact same story. What was it? He was like stealing a bike or something?
He was tampering with a bike near the waterfront and making a really big ruckus and stuff. And then cops were like, really like, they were around and then just patrolling, and they saw him, like, just bantering, and then he just ran from the cops. From the waterfront to Scrotus.
What?
That's not a run.
That's not all.
It was more of like a jog.
It was a light jog.
It was a jog.
Jog.
So the most
It was a light
gangster
walk.
thing that
It was a light walk.
Light
Power walk. It was a power. No, it was a
Run.
power walk. It was a power walk.
It was
a
just
power
walk.
walk every Friday.
It was a power walk.
he really pulled out the
You really pull out the hips. Yeah.
That's POV Catwoman in the Batman movie.
Hey, wait, can we not talk about that? No,
Oh
please don't
my
talk about it. I haven't seen
gosh.
it. We have no access.
I'm
We're
talking
not
about how
talking about Batman
Catwoman
at all.
looks, bro. I'm
Actually-
not spoiling the
Thanos
movie.
dies.
I will say something that you don't need to have, like,
Bro,
you're
the
not gonna
Batman
find
Riddler
out from
sex
the
scene
movie.
was intense.
She is
That's
so
true.
fine.
Zoe Kravitz. If
Catwoman.
If
Zoe
you're listening,
Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz, if you're listening, which you probably are.
Zoe Kravitz, please come on our
If you
podcast.
Probably are. Please just know
We
that.
should link up.
Yeah, sure. Or I'm 6'3". I am a medium build. I am light skinned.
I'm 6'3".
You're not
I
light-skinned.
have a big build.
Okay, I'm
like,
dark.
Remember that
I'm milk
time
chocolate.
when I saved those dying children from a car near a lava
Bro, that
pool?
was
Facts.
so heroic of you.
Bro.
That
Thank
was
you.
so...
I know, right?
Yeah.
And you know when that time when I donated money to a charity, and I helped
Bro.
save tens of
Remember-
millions of.
You remember when there was a dying old Czechoslovakian lady on the road, and she had her the arteries in her leg
Czechoslovakians just
by like some
I
being run over by
Yeah,
a
let's
truck
don't
or
go by
something.
that anymore.
And I sat down on the road and gave my blood to her through transfusion in the middle of the
Damn,
street.
bro.
You remember that?
I remember that.
That-
I remember that, bro. We actually
Zo-
talk about that in one of
Zoe,
the podcasts.
you need to come on our podcast.
I don't actually remember which one, but if you watch them all, maybe you'll find it.
It's also not called Czechoslovak.
Yeah, maybe you'll get
It's not-
lucky on the first
guys,
one.
it's not
Or
Czech-
Can I give
First
my
11.
can I get Robert Pattinson?
He's fine. He's a fine
Please.
man. He's a fine man.
Please,
Robert
my
Pattinson.
sir, just for a
I haven't
piece.
heard much about him
Really?
in the past,
Just for a
but I have to
piece.
say his Batman was
I mean, it did get spoiled
Supreme.
for me. There was one scene
yeah,
that
like
did get spoiled for me. It's I don't know.
You know what? If you're spoiled now, you have to get
No.
spoiled, like,
Fuck!
all of
I
it.
didn't. No, I
Just-
didn't. No.
Say
everything.
No, I don't want to listen.
no. What
I'm not
was the
listening.
scene?
no, we're joking, bro. We're joking, bro.
Alright,
Get them
we'll-
get that headphone mic on.
Remember
No, but
when
no, but
Batman
genuinely, I gotta say.
dove to-
No. I gotta say, his Batman was sick.
Okay,
Like,
that's all.
He was
we need to say.
really
It was.
damn good as Batman.
It
Batman
it felt
opened a
so
portal
like
to the
first
Multiverse
to
of
the
fucking
Yeah. Superman
the
dies.
Flash rammed his fingers up Zoe Kravitz's ass and shat all over the Riddler.
Which Flash?
Bro, I
Me,
forgot about that bit.
I did.
Have you washed your hands?
I don't think so.
I hated that entire interaction. I should not have done it. I would like to apologize to our viewers, although you may find it funny. Otherwise, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
I have no apologies to make. That was beautiful. Okay, do you know what
The
I think that
smell
they
is
should
just
do?
amazing.
Do you know what? Do you know what I'm shocked that they haven't made yet?
Mm.
Why is there not a podcast category in the
What?
Oscars?
Because they obviously haven't heard ours.
Isn't the Oscars for
Yeah.
movies?
Wait,
and,
wait.
like,
For
TV
award
shows?
shows, like
What?
just commentating about them.
Well, normal podcasts, most podcasts that aren't like successful don't use video, and that's what the main thing behind the Oscars
You're
is.
right.
Obviously, since we're so
about
successful,
the-
we've had video since
No, but
like
we don't
episode
need
6.
video.
Emmys, bro.
But we don't need
What about
video
the
to
Emmys?
comment. But we don't need video to commentate over them. I think we could.
I think the podcast market is still really small. I don't know that much about it, but I think it will definitely grow in the future, and that's when we'll start seeing it seep
Our come
into
up.
mainstream award shows like that.
That's our come up, bro.
Our come up.
Streamings.
People will
I
pick
think
us up.
Streamings.
I mean, sorry,
Yeah,
the
Netflix.
streamers. Did you see that?
Come on, bro. Netflix.
Never mind.
Netflix hit us up.
Netflix,
First
pick us up.
opportunity.
We're
Any
open.
Young,
I'm.
any young,
Netflix.
slightly mature individuals.
Oh, Spotify, please, sponsor
If you
us.
would like.
Verify us. Give us that
We
blue
will
tick, bro.
stick to a schedule
Yeah, we
if
will
somebody
stick to a schedule.
sponsors
If you
us.
also give us equipment, we will happily oblige and take it.
If you give us equipment, we'll suck your dick. You remember that guy from
Bro.
that one like festival that was set up on an island who sucked dick to get like water for the
What the f-
festival?
what?
What are
We'll
you
do
talking?
that.
What? I'm sorry. What? You need to
Bro.
explain.
It was
This-
it was
this-
it was a festival. You remember there was a few fire festival. Fire festival. That was
Yeah,
the
yeah,
name of
Fire
it.
Festival.
What was this?
The guy who was organizing the water for the people who were coming to the festival, he sucked dick to get the water to the island.
What?
I'm so confused.
That's hustle.
This is a real
Oh,
thing.
it's a documentary.
hustle, bro.
Is it a documentary? No, wrong one.
Yeah, it is in a documentary.
It's a documentary.
Fire
Did they
festival.
explain how?
Cock
Did they explain
sucking.
the intricacies of blowjobs or
Did
what?
they explain
Like,
the technique? Was it good?
the Dog Cock
Why is-
3000?
Andy King sucked dick to get water to the island.
But what is
Now
sucking dick
that-
have to do with
Why
anything?
can't you just drink ocean water?
Imagine how
Wait, did he
fucked off he
suck-
was when he realized it wasn't a real
Do you
festival.
suck with two hands though?
Yeah, 2 hands, 1 hands. How much tongue?
I
Any
don't
teeth?
understand
Don't
how
like
that.
teeth.
Also, why is Ja?
Did he
Why is
did he
Ja
negate the
Rule
balls?
Is he that like fucking bankrupt that he has to do shit like this? Oh,
What are
he's-
you
he's
talking
just-
about,
Who
bro?
is Ja
he's a
Rule?
rapper. He's a rapper. That beef with 50, beef
You
with
mean
50 Cent.
XXX
That's definitely not
Tentacion?
who I was talking about.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay. As we come into our final 10 minutes of this reunion podcast, obviously not perfectly final. If we go on beyond it, who cares?
Yeah, we're having a fun time.
But I think we would like to talk about, we'd like to talk about the future of the podcast a bit. So whilst we're still kind of on hiatus, we're retired. We had our success.
Yeah.
We did that stuff. We out. For fun, we would like to continue posting these and posting content for our very loyal viewers who I know are watching in the dozens, if not
The millions.
Bro,
multiple
bro.
dozens of
Thousands,
millions of
thousands,
fans.
come on.
Thousands, millions, thousands of millions. So what we're planning on doing is we're planning on doing maybe like a podcast at the least once a month, and it'll be more whoever can make it that week.
Yeah.
So 1 week, you might just have Akshay sitting here talking for
Why is this
an
so-
hour.
Nah,
If none of us can make
I'm
it,
so down.
it'll be Akshay reading a book.
I don't.
Oh my
Akshay has
god.
lost connection.
What?
Oh my God!
Oh no, never mind.
I'm here.
Speaking of which, we have that other project that is coming. Speaking about reading,
Yes, we do have a reading
I
project
I
coming
am
out that
I'm
Connor's
actually going to
on board,
formally
so
announce it right here. I am in the process of writing doing an audiobook on the first Harry Potter book. I have currently got through the first chapter. It is all recorded. I will give a sneak peek later, perhaps on the podcast channel. So always make sure to check in, click the bell.
perhaps on the
Notification bell. And then
click the bell,
Yeah, click the
or
notification
it could
button.
be on the podcast Twitter,
Yeah.
or it could be on the podcast
yes,
TikTok.
Yeah,
that
so do
too.
you know what? It's probably best to subscribe to them all. That's the only logical way. And I've been pouring my heart and my
He really has,
soul
guys. Because this is a passion
into
project.
this audiobook.
It's a real passion project for Connor.
It is a passion project.
I remember watching you record. I remember being on call with you initially,
Yeah.
and you recording the first part,
Pretty
and
good.
being like, "Sorry, I'll be back in 10 minutes. I'm gonna go read the first chapter of Harry Potter for the audiobook."
So funny.
Came back 30 minutes later. That was a masterpiece.
It
That's
was
what he
quite
said.
funny to listen to, yes. It was definitely humorous. It did humor me.
Damn. So that recap for our future took up 2 minutes.
We're
Nah,
not done
but
yet. We still have plans. Like the thing is, yeah,
yeah.
we're very much. I mean, this recording podcast is really much
I-
like it's just an interest. It's a big interest for us, and it may not seem
I
like
think
it.
also-
we just really do like it.
Yeah.
Also, I think I'd say that one of the plans that we're trying to do is I think we're trying not to restrict ourselves just to podcasts anymore. Because obviously, as I've talked about the audiobook, I think I'd say, because we all have like we all love the podcast, but I think we all have different interests as well. And I just like the idea that we can all pull in our different interests to make our own content. And I like the idea that
We can make a we can make a
like
we can make a platform where everybody can post something that's
Yeah.
unique to them, and
Yeah.
we can interest, a lot of different
and if one of us
viewers.
has an idea, like I just like the idea that like we all help build towards that project, and like we all just help with each other's respective projects, so that we can it's like a little community, you know. Joe, this offer goes out to you as well.
It's like,
If you're
Bob,
listening this far,
this does go out to you, Joe. Joe, if you have listened to any of this podcast, let us know. And I would just like to say to everybody watching this, do not tell Joe that we talked about him. Okay?
yeah, do not please.
This is a secret. If he has watched the podcast, he will talk to us. If he has not, we will not talk to him, and we will know. We will know that he has not, because he has not come forward and gone, "What the fuck, guys?
Until he makes a public
Why did you
statement.
dog me on the podcast?"
Until he makes a public statement, then just assume that he
Public
has not watched it.
apology.
You'll do a full-on crying tear apology video on YouTube.
We gotta make Joe write a notes
An
apology.
No, please, can we please do this, please? Like, it's just Joe.
And like
He's gonna
post it on
He's gonna
Twitter.
start posting on Instagram with full caps and just a random screenshot on
Like
Safari
Kanye.
and search fake
Kanye.
friends, and then he's just gonna be like, "Who's your friend? Who are your real friends, bro?"
Your Sconner. Your
Joe better do his Kanye
Sconner.
era.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Sconner,
Yeah,
Skyen.
Scob.
Skeet cannot go near my kids.
But that's a
Skeet.
top. I think this is a good topic for another time for sure. Kanye.
Yeah.
I think
We
you
can
want to
talk
save
about
it for another time.
No. I want to talk about it
It's up to
now
you.
because it's at its peak right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the fuck
This
is
is so
going
fun.
on?
No. Okay. What is Kanye doing, bro?
I mean,
Like I'm gonna say it right now.
Kanye,
Kanye has made some of my favorite music of all time, but this dude is on something. Like it's just this whole thing of like he just keeps talking about how like he just wants his kids back, but I don't
Yeah.
think he realizes that the more he does this, the more he paints himself as an unfit parent.
yeah, at least to the court and to any lawyer or whatever.
Yeah.
It's
Like he,
I think obviously, yeah, what he's saying does kind of have some
yeah, of
credibility.
course.
I don't know any of the
none of
situations.
us
Like
do.
directly because
No, yeah, no.
Yeah,
I don't know Kanye
I ain't
West.
Kanye.
But like things like where he wasn't apparently allowed access to his daughter's birthday party,
Yeah,
um, because the security guard wouldn't let him in. Stuff like that. I kind of get where he's coming from, but he's just making this
But
Way
yeah,
out of
persona
and
proportion.
also
online
are
like
they
he's
divorced?
fucking
yeah,
Are they formally
insane.
and
divorced?
it shouldn't.
So
Yeah,
So,
they
the
are
thing is,
They're
finally
fully
divorced.
divorced,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
thing, they also get custody over their children, and they also have set times as to when they can see them. That's all.
yeah,
I do want to have an input on that though. In the American system, it is said to have like there is a sort of bias towards like women have the custody of the children, the men
yeah,
don't. This is like yeah, and the schedule thing is mainly more of like who gets
Yeah,
custody and that person gets to decide. And the other person doesn't get much
yeah.
input.
It's
Um
hard
mm,
to always do a 50-50 split, I guess, in that sense, because
yeah.
yeah,
And also
yeah,
it really contributes like this all stems from like um Kanye is very he's got a lot of mental issues. He's on
yeah,
meds, and he's got a hard time. So it's natural for people that are in court to decide what's best for him, if he should stay away from
yeah,
his
yeah. That's
children,
also
because
yeah,
you need to focus on
that is
yourself
also a
before you focus
contributing
on your
factor.
family,
Yeah,
right?
I will I will say though in his defense, um, according to his stories, so obviously not super credible, but he at least knows the situation better than me. Um, the times when he was like scheduled by court to meet with his daughter and stuff, I assume it's unsupervised schedules because there's no like actual threat to the daughter.
yeah,
I don't think they
Yeah.
expect that. Um, but those times change sporadically, mainly because of
yeah.
Kim's schedule or Kim's mom's schedule, and I think that's probably another reason that he's super pissed because you know
Well,
it's
yeah, of
scheduled by the
course.
court and you're just gonna change it on a dime because you can't make it.
Yeah, but then it's
It kind of makes sense.
there's, but also I'm not gonna lie, he's not helping his case. Like, have you seen his new music video?
Oh, he's
Yeah,
not.
his new music video
No, yeah,
is
Where he
him
yeah,
kill where he
kidnapping
kills
and
Skeet.
burying Pete Davidson alive. Like
what?
yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah.
it's like a claymation, like a claymation of like him burying Pete Davidson alive. And I'm like, okay, I don't know if this is the best thing that the court's gonna see when talking about the custody of your children.
That really doesn't help. Also,
Yeah,
I
Like, and
saw
also,
you saw
I
their
just,
text
I
you
just
saw
don't.
their
it
text
seems
messages,
like
right? It's
it's
I thought that they were just very funny
Yeah,
because Kanye doesn't really say anything. It's just Pete just roasting the hell out of
He just goes,
yeah, he's
"Fine
just fine
God."
God and just like are you
yeah. Fine God.
he's like are you okay today or whatever the fuck like what is going on?
Yeah, cause he's like, I think Pete is doing a good job in terms of like taking care of the situation. Obviously, there's a
Saying
lot of things
nothing.
that I would probably. I think Pete. I mean, I think Pete Davidson is. He's taking it an approach where he's like
He's
kind
just
of
trying to
passive
support. I think he's
aggressive.
just trying to support as
Obviously,
much as
he's
he can.
like
Yeah.
he is trying to. I think he's trying to help Kanye as well as just kind of like dig at him, because he's just like it's normal. Like Kanye repeatedly posts just randomly talking
He's
about
also a
him until his
comedian.
PR
It's in
team
his yeah, he's also a
tells him
comedian.
not to.
It's in his intuition.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
you
in his
remember that
blood.
you remember that one time Kanye posted a big long message. He was like, "Guys, I'm sorry. I know I've hurt Kim.
Yeah.
I'm done with this. I'm not posting these screenshots anymore." His PR team put him on a timeout. That is what that
Yeah, and
was.
then do you know how long that
He was
lasted?
back
He
what,
was
like an
sitting in his
hour
naughty
Yeah.
later?
corner.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
lasted
How
like
long?
a day.
yeah.
And then he was back, and I was like, damn,
Straight back at it.
goddamn.
That was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
It's just like a
Because we
movie.
were like, we were all in the group chat. We were like, oh, I
Like,
guess
what the
it's
hell are we gonna
done.
look
Yeah.
at now?
It's over.
Kanye's done with it.
Yeah.
The next day, back with new content, just like the Super Informative podcast
Exactly.
right now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So, yeah. So that's a conclusion.
Damn.
Damn. It's good to be back. After
Um, it is
a
good to be
year?
back.
It's almost been a
And
year
I will.
now.
It has almost been a year. I think our year mark is somewhere in July,
No
Ooh,
way.
beginning of the
nice.
podcast. No, for the beginning of the podcast, the first
Oh, the
episode.
beginning of the okay.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
I can check when it was first uploaded to YouTube. It was first uploaded in June 30th to YouTube.
June 30th.
Wow.
God damn.
That was our first episode.
Yeah, that's in a couple months.
So it's so it's nearly been a year. It's been a great hiatus, but we don't plan to leave
So
anytime
sorry,
soon.
Exactly.
but also you're welcome.
We stay in.
Thank you so much for joining us. Go and watch all of our other content. The links to our socials will be
And
below.
remember,
And thank you so much.
find God.
Go for it. Find God.
Find God,
Thank
bro.
you for being part of this
Take care,
journey.
guys.
Like and comment, baby.
Like and comment. Over 1,000 views.